Well, hey folks, pt.37 here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Ricciville. Yes, indeed, Farm Sim 19. Just grabbing us some barley. The day's just about done. I'm hoping I can get this field finished before we run out of daytime. I know that at this time of year it is late autumn after all. Ooh, not much room for that tree. It is late autumn, so I'm going to think we've got maybe almost 5 o'clock, an hour of light, maybe an hour and a half of light left. That's not a lot of time. Not a lot of time indeed. So, no point wasting that time. Let's get on with it. Do hope everybody's doing well today. I'm recording this right after that little bit of a disaster with the lumberjack simulator. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm thinking just from the very act of cutting the trees down where you don't, like, I mean, even in Farming Simulator, which, let's face it, logging is not, you know, L priority by any means here, right? It's an add-on. And they do a better job here, even with this kind of weird floaty thing that goes on with the new way that you use your chainsaw here over 17. It's still actually better than something that's supposed to be dedicated to doing only that. So yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, I'm telling you, it's not done by Playway or UIG, but you'd almost swear it was. Just from the way that, you know, it's being released in almost a beta form, and yet they're calling it the full release, you know. That just smacks so much of those people. Kill it. Let's get you on track here. That's not bad. Whoop. There. Perfect. I can live with that. So yeah, I'm just going to finish this field off, and then we are going to find our way to a new day. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. And hopefully, some of our crops will go from the reasonably lukewarm yellow to a blazing hot orange by tomorrow, because it is indeed the last day. So, I mean, even if they just go to the next color, even if they don't go to the darkest one, I would be happy. Because I can't help but feel if there is 3 stages of harvest that's an indication of ripeness. Why are you running your beacons, dude? Stop it. You know, with yellow being the, okay, just ripen us to harvest, like pick your bananas. You know, and then the next one being, alright, good. This will give it a week to sit in the supermarket. And then the last one would be for things like cereals and stuff, where you want them to be, you know, they're done. It's time to take them down. So, you know, whereas things that produce fruits and vegetables, you might want to go in the first or second stage, because you've got to count on the fact they're going to need a shelf life. So if you pick them when they're at their absolute peak of ripeness, by the time they actually get to your customer, they're going to be, well, slightly less desirable. And of course, since we throw away everything these days that isn't absolutely perfect, and, well, that would create an awful lot of waste and hardship. Well, you know what, dude? I was just going to say, whether you can make the end of this row or not, I'm not going to let you. And I didn't quite grab it in time. Ah, well. Alright, let's run all the way down the field and grab our tractor. Hopefully there's still some room in this trailer. I guess I could have looked after the last fill. Oh, it's going to be so nice to have straw. Actual freaking straw. What do we end up buying? I think 16, possibly 20 bales altogether. That's not cheap, you know. That is not cheap. Yeah, this trailer should not nearly as drastic for the... I mean, it does have its own steering system going on, but it feels a lot better. It doesn't really kick in unless you're trying to do a super sharp corner. The rest of the time, it feels like it's running pretty much straight, which is nice. It means I can actually back it up. It still wanders, eh? Wow. I think I need a meatier bit of tractorism. We're only at 73%. Well, only, I mean. Well, hello, Dexter. Did you come out and sit in the sunshine, buddy? Your sister's been laying on the windowsill for half an hour now. It's probably time to get the spatula out and flip her over. Oh yeah, we're gonna fill this trailer. So... Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Alright, well I think what I'll do then, so as we're not wasting time... Okay, yeah, good. And go away. Go away for nothing now. Yeah, where the heck am I anyway? I've kind of forgotten. Oh, there I am, way over there, eh? What's gonna be quickest? Well, we're a long way from home. This particular field is kind of, out there, you know? Yeah, we're struggling. That's a lot of weight. Oh, 40,000. Okay. We're going to want to slow ourselves down. So what's going to be the better route here? I think we're going to want to use this one. Like I say, I know we're a ways out, but... what to do, eh? Gotta go where the grain is, boy. Go where the grain is. Alright. Here's that Clover field. We still gotta deal with him. And, well, we all know about Cloverfield. Interesting series, that, by the way, if you haven't seen all of the Cloverfield movies. There is, in fact, 3 of them. And you really have to kind of think about it and look around to figure out which 3 are the connected movies. But awesome series. Taken as a series, it's awesome. Individually, the movies may lack some merit in one direction or another, but taken as a series, it's really well done. Alright, here's this relentless drift. But, again, I think it's because we're, I don't know. I would think this tractor would be big enough and heavy enough to pull 40,000 liter. I'm not saying that's, you know, not a huge amount of something. I'm sure if you were standing there minding your own beeswaxian and someone came and dumped 40,000 liters of barley on top of you, it would be enough to really tick you off. You know, if not sketch you like a bug, but at least tick you off, something fierce. So, yeah, I'm only thinking I'm in control, and then I go and actually try and steer, and I'm still drifting towards oncoming traffic. Okay, I know you guys are going to turn. You're not. You're just messing with me, you evil cars. You're evil incarnate. Ha ha. Hey, get it, carnate? Ah, yeah, never mind. Alright. It's starting to get kind of dimmish, isn't it? Kind of dimmish indeed. There we are. Just wonder why I'm not getting a tip. Come on, Belzelli. Oh, you are. That's right. You don't start to actually go up until you've got the initial part of the loadout. There we are. Well, we might be working till after dusk here. I was expecting that harvester to come up and tell me she had a full tank. Actually, oh yeah, the numbers are counting down. It's working. I don't know what it's doing, but it's working. Well, let's head back there, shall we? Yeah, I was quite disappointed in that lumberjack simulator. Now, the key was given to me for free, but you know, that doesn't mean that you're going to go, oh, it's a wonderful game, because I'm afraid it's not. But I was quite looking forward to, you know, there's been so many iterations of that type of thing, you know. And I was also looking forward to the fact that Farmer's Dynasty, their next game is Lumberjack Dynasty. I thought, hey, cool, good route to go. And then they released Farmer's Dynasty, and the thing is bloody broken compared to how it was in, you know, the beta stages, or whatever the heck the last couple of years worth have been. Yeah. And again, we will revisit that when they've dealt with the issues. You know, they released a patch. There's like 600 bug reports. They released a patch. It didn't address any of that. It was some obscure thing that was almost a joke, I think, to be honest with you. But, yeah. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I remember when I first started in PC gaming, where you actually, like, bought hard copies of games. Yeah, I know. It's so archaic. You wonder we even had electricity back then. But, games had bugs, just as they do now. The only thing is it generally meant you were freaking stuck with them, right? And if it was a game that had game-breaking bugs, well, oddly enough, that didn't happen as often as it does now. And I guess the reason for it is because game companies used to actually hire testers. You know, they don't anymore. They just throw it up in early access and go, well, hopefully these people don't just try and play through it. They actually, you know, run the mechanics in the game till they die. You know, well, that's not the way it used to work. When we used to be game testers, and I was one off and on for a while, did a lot of testing on Korean MMOs and stuff. And generally all you ever got paid was a free copy of the game, but that's fine. But they would ask you to do specific things. You know, it wasn't just, hey, hop on and level up your character and go nuts. You know, no, they actually asked you to do specific things, like, you know, go and hunt bears. We need as many bear bums as we can get into this one store. Right? And you could just go and continue to. You missed. Sure. The first row I trust you with on yourself, and look what a good job you did. Oy vey. So yeah, but I mean, they had an idea of what they wanted tested. And their in-house testers, of course, would have been even more specific to things. Yeah, get your money. You're not doing a very freaking good job. Creep. Oops. Yeah, whatever, dude. You know what I meant to do. Oh. I'm just not doing very well here. Now, back up. Try not to keep hitting the tractor with your header, dude. There you go. Look at that. There you go, bucko. Sit right there and empty it. But yeah, now they throw it up in early access and they give no indicator other than if you find a bug, you're supposed to report it on a forum and they're supposedly going to pay attention to it. And half them are even too lazy to do the forums. No, you need to go to their specific Discord channel. Well, I've been on some of those, and they're such a freaking mess that it's almost pointless. They make the Steam forums look like a well-organized place, which of course is, well, hard to even say with a straight face. Oh, well, there you are, eh, bucko? Yeah. Oh. Alright, enough out of control. You're not capable of getting the actual road doesn't mean I'm not. Alright. Oh, come on. I didn't pick up that much straw. What the heck are you spitting out, dude? This one's going to take a little bit of finagling. My fence is really close. Bump. Yeah, that's close, alright. Now. Alright, let's see if we can clean up this little bit of a rough edge here on our way through. Oh, yeah. You don't need to have your beacons on all the time, lad. I can understand running headlights. It is starting to get a little bit dirtish out here. 6:13? Yeah. I could say we had maybe an hour and a half of sunlight left. We're down to that last half hour now. So, Indeed. But look at all this lovely straw, eh? I'm just steady as a rock. You didn't think I was a corpse? That might be. Apparently I don't need to use the foot pedals. That's good. I'm well beyond that in my skill levels, I guess. Who knows? Alrighty. I was going to say I'll skip ahead to the end of this, but the thing of it is once this comes, I'm just going to reboot to the next day, so we might as well simply stick it out here. So yeah, this isn't going to be the most thrilling. We're actually just going to harvest here. Those rubber wheels are for there. Oh, maybe it's not. No, it sure is. Who knows? Who knows? But we're almost at the end of the row. Well, it's a good thing I used that little bit of a makeup one, because we're just right at the edge here, aren't we? Huh. And give her a bit of an overgo. That's the ticket. Oh yeah, she's starting to get dark. Alright. Let's go. Well, you'd really think he'd have his running lights on this time of the evening, eh? That's a good way to get yourself killed, fella. Wandering up and down the canals with no running lights at dusk. Although I guess visibility's still pretty good at the moment. Ooh. I'm coming awful close to that edge, eh? Damn. I'm not sure why this isn't being right on the line. We're a whole degree out. See how the straw thing just jumped one level diagonal? That's why. Let's level this back off. There we go. There's 180 even. Whoa. How did you get full so quick? Dang. Wrecked more crops. Good for me. Good for me. Alright. I wasn't even looking at the percentages. Yikes. Oh well. What I just knocked over isn't nearly what he just plain left here. Boy, oh boy. That's crazy stuff. Alright. Let's go. Sorry about the coming of the darkness, but yeah, we're going to erase some of his mistakes. I gotta try and get this field done while we got the day to do it, so. There we go. It's another absolutely phenomenal day out here on the Sunshine Coast. We are living up to our name, I'll tell you. Although it was, again, for this part of the world anyway, quite chilly last night. Went down to about -3 again. That's Celsius, of course, you know. What 98% of the world lives with. And no, I'm not actually a big proponent of the metric system. I actually grew up on the standard system. I was halfway through school when they decided, you know what? There's this weird rumor in the world that Canadians are a pretty bright bunch. Let's really screw them up. We're going to change to a completely different system. And they did. Yes, indeed. Canada used to work on the standard system. We weren't always metric-centric at all. I remember it in a very generalized way, you know, and yet it was at that point in, you know, the whole developmental cycle, whatever the heck you want to call it, that I still think of things a lot in standard, you know, things I deal with pretty much every day, like kilometers an hour. I always think of things in kilometers an hour because, you know, whenever I hop in any vehicle in this country, the speed signs, the odometer, etc., the speedometer, it's all obviously in kmh, not mph. But even there's still some throwbacks. I had a, what was it, 79 Jimmy, I believe. And, yeah. I actually got pulled over with an inspection notice one day. They dinged me with a really stupid thing. The handle that opens the back hatch had broken off that winter. It actually got cold enough. I was down in the Chilliwack Valley and my vehicle was parked overnight in the open. And it actually got cold enough that I guess the mechanism froze. And when I grabbed it the next morning to open it, I actually broke the latch right off the door. And apparently, for some obscure reason, you actually have to have that functional for this thing to pass inspection. So yeah, some sharp vehicle inspector in the cop car noticed that hatch thing was broken. But long story short, one of the other things they discovered was, or so they told me, was that my speedometer was way the heck off. Well, my speedometer on that truck, I don't know why in particular, whether it was still... Really? It's going to leave me a tiny little edge of crop? That sucks. Whether it was the age of the vehicle, I think it was actually a 78, Jimmy, maybe, or whether it was where it came from or whatever, but the speedo was in miles per hour. And I actually thought about what they told me about how far off my speedo was, and I pulled the panel off the dash that covered all of the instrument clusters so that I could actually get right at them, and I got in there with a marker, and I changed the MPH to KMH, and that's all I did, right? I mean, I fixed the latch on the back door, went back in, and it passed inspection. I said, oh, okay, good. What did you do? I said, oh, I replaced the speedo cable. I guess it was worn or slipping or something. Yeah, that seemed to work. But, yeah. So, no, we haven't been... Oh, that's all you got for lights? Really, huh? Okay. We haven't been metric all of my life here in Canada. We used to be something completely different. And things like temperature, I'm still far more used to, and tend to think of them more in the standard scale. Like Fahrenheit still makes more sense to me as temperatures go. Right? So, yeah. So, now you know, like, Species wasn't confused enough. So he's also dealing with that kind of a trauma. And speaking of dealing with trauma, sorry, not trauma. The heck do I think I'm from? I do again apologize for making you guys sit through the darkness here. But, well, oh man, I got me fat butt stuck there for a moment. Sometimes that's the way things go. Oh, that trailer's looking mighty, mighty full. Are we going to get all of this emptied? Not that we have enough to refill the tank, but... No, not quite. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. There we go. Make sure the straw doesn't go trailing across the end of the universe here for us. What are you spitting straw out for way out there, you bugger? Alright. Might as well run down the middle so it's at least on the field, eh? There we go. There we go, indeed. Quarter after 7. Beautiful fall evening. A little bit of cloud, but hey. Now, you're not going to give me no problems and give me a rainy day tomorrow now that we're getting closer, eh? Oh, no. Oh no, we're good. That's the next day. So, good thing. Good thing. Looks like we shall successfully do our first year's harvests here. I'm going to say, this stuff might be a hair immature, but after this one, we should be fine. So lovely. Now I'm going to have to transport this guy a fair bit. Now thankfully he does have the type of header that's got its own built-in wheels. But still, he is slightly fatter than Elaine. So, we'll have to see. Yeah. That's that. Whoa, okay, looking off that direction didn't do me much good. Okay. Okay. Let's drop her down. So this thing's got no backup lights, eh? No, apparently not. Well, that really kind of sucks. There we go. Okay. Oh. Might as well shut it off, eh? Alright guys, that's going to be it for the episode. We finished our barley field. Next time around it will be the very final day of autumn. So we gotta... Man, that guy shot straight up, eh? We gotta hope that it is going to be indeed a decent enough day and go from there. So, hope everybody enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. Really helps out the channel. I'm hoping that thing I see. No, it isn't. I thought that was the writing on the side of the trailer. I don't know where the trailer is. Oh, it's apparently right over here. There it is. So yeah, don't forget to... Whoa, that's dark, man. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the episode. And until next time, take care of each other, folks. And ciao for now. I don't know that I can even attempt this, because I can't... there's the entry. Where's the road to the bridge? Oh, right here. Okay. There we go. Alright, guys. Catch you next time.